Hey, I'm Rita Madden. This is Madden Takeover. Welcome to my channel. Alright, so every video that I've done in the past has been for school assignments. So from here on out, I'm going to do videos completely different. Like, no other random, like, themes or anything like that. It's just me talking about the book, as it should be. Because I think this should be fun. And sometimes I think I have more time than I really do, when I should actually be studying for my test tomorrow. Anyway, so I just read this book that I'm completely in love with, and I felt like I needed to share it with all of you guys, and it's called The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. And yes, this is my handy dandy Kindle, because I can't afford all the books that I read, because I'm a college student and I'm broke. Okay, you guys know all that. Alright, so what is this book about, Marina? Thank you for asking, random stranger on the internet. This book is about, well, what happens is a disease goes over all of America and wipes out like 80% of the population of children. So they just be, sitting at school and then dead. Sitting at home, dead. Dead, dead, dead. Dropping like flies, these children. And all the children who survived this disease, or virus, or whatever it is, they develop these abilities and powers that I guess they really can't control yet, but some of them learn how to. Anyway, so there are 5 different categories that they can be considered. One, a green, just a really smart human being. Two, blue, they have the power of telekinesis, or to move things with their mind. Three, a yellow, they have the power of electricity, so they can like touch things and they just go zap. It's kind of awesome. Um, they can be an orange, which is the power to control people or I guess animals maybe with their minds. And lastly, red, fire. Haven't met any reds in this book anyway. So this book follows a girl named Ruby. Lily, who's that? This book follows a girl named Ruby, and she gets put into the camp, and she somehow manipulated her way into being green, but she's really an orange in disguise. So she really doesn't know how to control her powers at all, and so she just kind of leaves it alone and lives with the greens for a couple years. Then she finds a way to break out, and she's on the run from all the people who are trying to catch her. And she meets up with these other people, kids who escaped their camp as well, and they try to make it to safety, which is supposedly with this village of escapee kids on the run. But is it really safety? Read the book to find out more. So from here on, spoilers. Spoilers, this book is awesome. You don't want to be spoiled. So I'd suggest if you haven't read the book, bye-bye. Alright, bye. So if you're here, then you've read the book. And we can talk about the characters. Okay, my favorite character personally, Chubbs. Oh, I love his sarcasm. Well, I guess he wasn't really sarcastic as he was hostile. And I feel his hostility, because you can't just like widely open with arms like, come on, you person, we don't know who you are, but just come on and join us with our group and we'll trust you with all our lives, I guess. I love him. He's so realistic. And even though he's a little bit of a Debbie Downer at times, like, he's just the best character. He's so well rounded. And when he goes into find Ruby, when Clancy is, oh man, that part was, oh, I just love him. And he was like kicking ass and taking names, it was amazing. And then after all that, he finally gets to contact his parents. What happened? Oh, when they're trying to give Luke's dad the letter, that's not even a relevant part of the story. I didn't even think I had to work. I was sitting there reading my book in the middle of the night, because Kindle's awesome, and it has light that won't hurt your eyes. I'm reading, and I literally sit up in my bed. I'm like, because I was not expecting that to happen to Chubbs at all. I was like, so caught off guard. Everything seemed to be fine. They were leaving, and then he just, honey, Alexandra, what are you doing? Come on. You're hurting me. You're a good author. I like you. Anyway, who else do I know? Clancy. Clancy, now he's an interesting character. I want to see more of Clancy. Dude is like a psycho. Man. Okay, at first when we first met him, I was skeptical. Because I was like, there's no way he's too good to be true. But of course he's the president's son. I knew that from like the beginning. When they're like, look kid, he has all the information. It's like, how else would he have all that power if he wasn't the president's son, right? So, obviously he's the president's son. But I thought he was such a good guy. Like, at first I was skeptical, like, this is way too good to be true, and he's probably awful in disguise, but then he really won me over. He was doing, like, fantastic things for everybody. He was such a great leader, and I was just like, oh, he's just a really good guy, and Ruby's gonna have to choose between him and Liam, because they both like her, and this is gonna be a really hard choice for you. It's like Frozen all over again. Anyway, so then he shows his true colors, and I am scared. First, I don't even know what he did to Ruby when she had that little blackout thing, and he was like, "You want him?" Like, duh, she wants him. He always wanted him. Where'd you come from? But that scared me. I don't know what happened. I don't like not knowing because my brain starts to work and think of all the things that could have happened, and I'm just like, anyway. I want to see more of Clancy. He's crazy, but I love him. I hope he's in the next two books. I don't know. Um, but Zoo, oh, she's such a sweetheart. I love Zoo. She's like, I want her to be my little sister. She's adorable. Liam, oh, he's such a good guy as well. He's his character was like the saving grace of this book. He's just such a nice, genuine, open-heartedly kind person that's hard to come by, especially in a dark, dark world. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, now I don't have a lot of time left, but I really want to talk about the ending of this book. Okay, why would she keep the button? What? I don't understand how her brain works. First of all, she doesn't want them to know she's an orange because she thinks they're gonna stop liking her for some reason. Like, no, why would they stop liking you? She was a yellow and they still love her. What's the point? I don't get it. And then she thinks, like, keeping the button just in case so she can press it so they can find her if she ever needs help. Like, they're not gonna help you. They're gonna capture you. What were you thinking? But anyway, she presses the button. And now she gets captured. She gets captured. And I'm here sitting here freaking out. Like, what are they gonna do with Liam? Oh my gosh, they're gonna kill him. They have to stay together. They're in love. And she goes to go say hi to say goodbye to him, I guess, because they agree to let him free. She just wipes her whole his whole memory of her. Like, there has to be repercussions for that later on, right? Like, there has to be, right? Like, you can just wipe somebody's brain clean of you, especially if they loved you. He was like, I'm never gonna forget you. That's not me. And she just made him forget her after all of that, and she was just wiped clean slate. No, remember. Why? It was so beautifully written, and that makes it so harder, and I love it. This book was awesome. Okay, if you read this book, you know how awesome it was, so leave comments below. And if you haven't read it, and you stick around anyway, sorry for spoilers, and tell me how you feel about it when you do read it, and go read it. I think this book was perfect. I couldn't have written it any better, not saying that I could try. But this book deserves to be on the top shelf. That's a high honor. Alright, I'll see you guys later with the next book or whenever. Deuces.